Hello. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about one, this is off the cuff, but it's a topic I've been thinking about this week, and it's don't trust your brain. This is a pretty interesting one, and it's one I actually picked up from a self-help YouTuber called Hamza, who you may know. I don't take in everything he says. He's got some pretty traditional views about masculinity, relationships, and stuff like that. But I also think he has some very good advice. Like, he's probably what got me on meditation, journaling, and stuff like that. So I think he has some valuable advice. I think this is one of his ideas that at least resonated with me. And I think it's a good framework to sort of position things in your head about self-improvement. So I think what he calls it something about, like, it's about not trusting your lizard brain. But I just think it's better to say it as just don't trust your brain. But I'll give some context to the idea first. So if I could like boil down self-improvement to one thing, I think it'd be delayed gratification. Like, at the core of everything about self-improvement, it's truly just delayed gratification. It's basically, how much do you want to sacrifice now? How much do you not want to do something now? Whether that's reading, whether that's working out, whether that's like writing about something or doing study or something like that. It's how much temporary pleasure and instant gratification do you want to sacrifice now to ensure that you in the future are better positioned. You know, do you want to eat this extra little, you want to have an extra Mountain Dew, you little fatty Max. I'm talking to myself here. You're gonna have that little extra Mountain Dew and have an extra 250 calories and, you know, a bit of extra fat in the future. You know, that's basically, if I had to boil down self-improvement, it's not going to be that. Delayed gratification. That's the whole idea of it, really. At least in my perspective. And this is something interesting Hamza talks about. He talks a lot about the lizard brain. Because if you are delaying gratification, you'll notice something. One, it's not very easy, is it? It's very tempting if you're on a diet to go grab some food, something you shouldn't be eating, and cheat on your diet. When you're trying to build muscle, you know, it's easy to skip a workout. It's what your brain wants to do, in all honesty, because our primal monkey brains, they don't have a good grasp of this whole delayed gratification thing, and they're more concerned with what will give me pleasure now, what will give me comfort now, what's expedient to me now. That's all your brain is worried about. So I guess this idea of not trusting your brain is that I feel like in these moments where you know you have a long-term goal, you know you want to get the body, you know you want to lose a certain amount of weight, yeah, whatever it may be, you know you want to succeed in your career, whatever it may be, sometimes it really just feels like your brain is trying to convince you by every metric possible to not do it. I think of it personally in the context of food, because right now it's been okay. I'm just at maintenance, a little less than maintenance. I'm kind of cutting a little bit of weight right now, but I'm not too committed to it because my shoulder's injured. So I mainly think of it in terms with my diet. Like I'll be like, damn, I'm craving this, you know, and you go have it. And then after it, you know, you've eaten it, you're satisfied. And then after, you're like, fuck, why did I do that? And then like it'll loop. Like the next day I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to eat that again. And then you fucking do it and you're like, oh, I'm an idiot. You know, you cheat on the diet, right? But in the moment where you're trying to go get it, it's that voice of delay gratification, of thinking about the long term, it gets subdued by your like the primal part of your brain, which is like, this is an impulse. I want to act on it now. So the framework that I think is really valuable to think of, just to be aware of, you don't even have to implement it, but just to be aware of this, is that your brain is not telling you the right thing. And when I heard this the first time, I was like, whoa. That's like true. Your brain is trying to convince you of something you know you will regret if you have a specific goal about something and you want to do something that's easy. You know, skipping the workout. You might skip it in the moment, but then you wake up tomorrow and you're like, oh shit, I could have gone to a workout in yesterday and I'd be a day, you know, I'd progressed another day, but I'm stagnant. I haven't gone anywhere. So I think it's really valuable just to be self-aware in those moments. Maybe it's just some self-awareness I can bestow upon you, but like the next time you're committing to something, whether it be work, whether it be whatever it is, and you hear your brain trying to tell you to like convince you to just skip the workout, you can work out tomorrow. Or, oh, it's fine, you haven't even eaten that much this week, you've done some exercise, just have the cheat meal. I think it is so insanely valuable to just be aware of what's happening right there in your brain. Maybe you do act on the impulse. I do it, so I'm far from fucking perfect. I can consistently act on the impulse, right? But what I think is super valuable is just being aware in the first place that it is an impulse, that you're conscious it's not what you want to do. Maybe you will give into it, and you shouldn't feel guilt. Maybe it's a bit of a sketchy territory, because I'm pretty harsh on myself. If I give into it, I'm like, you fucking idiot. But I don't know, that might not be healthy for some people. I'm pretty harsh on myself, so if I do give in, I'm like, why, you fucking idiot. What I will say though is, don't confuse this with like, say if you organize for like a cheat meal, right? Like once a week or twice a week, you have like a meal you just enjoy. If it's something like that you've organized, you're like, yep, I'm doing this, it's a part of my diet to keep me more consistent long term, bro, you should eat that cheat meal with zero guilt, and you should fucking embrace it. So don't get this confused. It's more when you know you're supposed to be, you've told yourself you're going to do something, but you feel like your little primal monkey brain kind of, it's creeping in. It's like, you know, you don't have to do that. It's like, you know, it's stroking you, it's caressing you. Like, no, you don't have to do that. You gotta come on, you could eat the donut or something like that. So yeah, that's basically the topic of. There's not much more to it than that, but just I think it's super valuable to be self-aware, just to know that your primal brain hasn't evolved to the point where it will tell you, like you know deep down that you shouldn't do it, right? You know you should delay gratification because you have a goal in mind, and the way you get to it is by adhering to something strict. But sometimes it just gets that grasp on you, and I just think it's super, super, super valuable to just realize that. And to just be fully conscious of the fact that your brain is trying to trick you from what your long-term goals are. Because our monkey brains haven't evolved past the point where we can like fully process that very easily, you know? Our brains just want what's easiest to us, what offers us immediate pleasure, because stupid, dumb evolution brain bad. I'm not a fucking evolutionary scientist. I don't know that much, but that's what I've heard it's like. So yeah, I don't know. The next time, whatever your goals may be, whether it's getting the six-pack, whether it's, I don't know, uploading the video on working, when you feel like you want to procrastinate, when you feel like something's kind of it's coming for you, it's trying to pull you down, maybe give into it, maybe you will give into the impulse. I do it all the time and I feel shit about it. But I think just being conscious of the fact that your brain is trying to trick you in the moment can really help you overcome it and realize what you want in the long term. And, you know, past that, that's basically all I wanted to say. I'll say it was an idea from Hamza. I recommend some of what Hamza says, but not everything he says, because he really appeals to that, like, really masculine, like, I don't know. It's not what I fully agree with, but I think he has some valuable advice. Like this one. This is just something I've been really conscious of the last 6 months, and I think it's just a good thing to know at the very least. You don't have to implement it, but just being aware that in those moments of where you want to give into an impulse, just be aware. It's like, that is my monkey brain. Like, I know what I want long term, and I know this is an impulse that my brain wants me to do now. Just be conscious of that, because I think that can be super duper 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 valuable in overcoming it. That's basically all I want to say. I feel like this is a bit of a short one. How long is the recording? I don't know. It's pretty good. That's basically all I want to say. I've been doing well. Been working on videos. Shoulder's still shit. I'm doing well. I've been back on the grind, so to speak. And I hope you're doing well too. But I'm gonna leave it at that. There's not too much more to it than that. I hope you get the message. Just keep it in mind. You know, when you feel temptation coming, just try and just be conscious of it, because I think it can very much help you overcome it. That's all from me. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, farewell, elite level gamer.